Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. Police in Wilkes-Barre are currently investigating a shooting that took place on McLean Street on early Saturday morning that left a large pool of blood. On November 29th, around 12:40 a.m., police responded to the double home for reports of multiple gunshots, some entering the neighbor's home. Police said that upon arriving at the scene, they saw a pool of blood at the front door. Inside of the apartment, there were blood trails and evidence of substantial gunshots. There were also numerous shell casings and firearms. Officers confirmed that bullets had hit the living room wall and entered the neighboring home. Police learned that the victim in the shooting was a 20-year-old from Newark, New Jersey, who was taken to the hospital by somebody at the house. At this time, the investigation is still active and ongoing. A crash left one woman dead in Luzerne County on Friday night. Police responded to a crash at the intersection of Laird Street and State Route 315. When arriving at the scene, a vehicle crashed to a light post. Officials say 27-year-old Sylvia Nator was in the vehicle and was rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately, she died from multiple traumatic injuries, according to the Luzerne County coroner Dion Fernandez. Police are still investigating what led to the crash. A school in Luzerne County is closing until after Christmas break due to a fire that occurred in November. On November 20th, Solomon Plains Junior High School closed after a small fire broke out in a classroom around 7 o'clock a.m. Fortunately, no students were inside the building, and no one was injured. Officials discovered smoke damage throughout the complex. The district needed to pass a final air quality test to reopen, but they encountered some delays. Since the fire, students attended virtual classes. On Sunday, the district announced that the school would remain closed and would not reopen until after the holiday break. They also stated that they have no plans to have virtual classes for the rest of the quarter. According to Superintendent Dr. Costello, the school will close for 15 instructional days and will reopen on January 5th. 2 people were sent to the hospital following a single-vehicle accident on Interstate 81 North on Saturday afternoon, according to Pennsylvania State Police in Frackville. Troopers say that a 2015 Ford F-150 XLT was traveling northbound in the right lane when it crossed both lanes and left the roadway into an embankment in the median. The impact caused the truck to overturn and came to a rest on the passenger side of the vehicle. The driver, Watson Childs, and passenger Linda Childs, both of Westlake, New York, were wearing seatbelts at the time of the crash. Both sustained injuries and were taken to the Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton for treatment. At this time, the severity of the injuries are unknown. Watson Childs was cited for the crash. The truck sustained disabling damage and was towed away by D&G Towing. The Hazleton City Hall is ready to kick off the official month of the holiday season with its annual tree lighting. We are proud to announce that American Cancer Society Telethon founder Clemmy Yamona will be the one to light the tree. On Wednesday, December 3rd, starting at 5 o'clock p.m., the celebration will have a complimentary hot chocolate bar from Can Do Inc. and served by the students of Cary's Academy. A holiday season event like this would not be complete without music, but before any Christmas singing performances by Lauren Reach, it has to start with Savannah Klingerman singing the national anthem. So no attendees feel left out of the singing fun, there will be a group sing-along from Faith Church, including lyrics. A holiday season event also would not be complete without an appearance from Jolly St. Nick himself, Santa Claus. He and Mrs. Claus will be there to take photos, so people are encouraged to bring cameras. The event starts at 5 o'clock p.m. and ends at 9 o'clock p.m. The first hour will be at the Hazleton City Hall at 40 North Church Street, and the rest of the event starting at 6 o'clock p.m. will be at Christ Lutheran Church next door. Wilkes-Barre Township Police are looking for this woman pictured on your screen. 38-year-old Marguerite Ann Kwalinski is wanted for retail theft. She is 5 foot 2 inches and weighs 140 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to call 911 or privately message the police department on their Facebook page. All tips will remain anonymous. Police are also looking for a man in Wilkes-Barre Township pictured on your screen. 34-year-old Alexis Perez is wanted for DUI. He is 5 foot 9 inches and weighs 175 pounds. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call 911 or privately message the police department's Facebook page. All tips will remain anonymous. Coming up on WYLN News, a local town had a toy donation drive for the 3rd year in a row. Plus, a local borough turned on the spirit of the holidays with all new lighting and decorations for the holiday season. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow is going to be snowy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch for northeastern Pennsylvania. It is forecasted to snow as much as 6 inches in some areas from late Monday night to Tuesday morning. If you are driving in these conditions, be sure to drive slow and follow any directions posted on highway advisory screens. Today is Cyber Monday, one of the biggest online shopping days of the year. Around 74 million people are expected to shop Cyber Monday deals this year. According to News Nation, in 2024, customers spent $16 million per minute during the holiday's peak spending hours of 8 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. While many people are seeking deals before Christmas, Cyber Monday is also one of the most dangerous days as scammers look to capitalize on many shoppers. According to Better Business Bureau, here are some things to look out for. An insecure address, so look for HTTPS, not HTTP. A misspelled URL, only accepting gift cards or money transfers like Zelle and Venmo, copyist pop-up ads, and being redirected to another site. If you do fall victim to a scam, first reach out to your bank and report the issue. Then file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission and the Internet Crime Complaint Center. A local town has finally pulled off a 6-month-long Christmas miracle. Back in June, the borough of Luzerne put out a call to raise money to rewire lights on Main Street. Fast forward to November 29th, Mayor Ron Rhino was pleased to show off the upgrades and get the community together for an event. Rhino said that the goal was to fix the lights on Main Street, which eventually led to the idea of fixing them all, and the community stepped up to help cover the cost. He called it a display of great teamwork to see everyone come together. Residents of Luzerne showed up Saturday night to unveil the new lights, to sing Christmas carols, and see Santa arrive on the back of the fire truck. After residents crowded the corner of Main Street and yelling Merry Christmas, the lights were lit. After speaking to Mayor Rhino, he said that the event was a success and hopes to see an increase in community involvement and turnout. In McAdoo, the VFW post on 16 South Kennedy Drive got to have their third annual Care Drive with Santa. At this event on Friday, November 28th, a Toys for Tots collection was hosted, and many people came out to donate unopened toys and then enjoy a horse and carriage ride. Many proper gifts were donated to the cause that night, including action figures, dolls, little bikes, and board games. We spoke with VFW Commander Jim McKinley on how this event has worked, who has helped out, and his personal favorite part of the whole thing.
Well, we give back to the community in McAdoo. It's sponsored by us, the McAdoo VFW, and the McAdoo Police Department, plus other businesses, and we have Faith Assembly Church here with hot chocolate. And the biggest thing is Toys for Tots. So the price of a carriage ride is one unwrapped toy for Toys for Tots.
All McKinley wishes for the holiday season is for awareness of the cause to be spread out so that everyone knows about it and will consider helping out by providing, as it is extra important on the most wonderful time of the year. Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Emilda Kokomo on Kokomo's County Report. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Pottsville Part 1. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Pete Casalika in the Greater Hazleton area today.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to talk about chiropractic and car accidents. It's getting icy out there, the roads are not always salted, so check in about car accidents and chiropractic.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Hey, did you know Wyln posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. Wyln, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Hi, welcome to Kokomo's County Report. I'm the host today, Preston Endress, and here with me is my good friend Romilda Kokomo. How are you today, Romilda?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, especially since we are now in December and it is about time we get the festive season going. I mean, I always start November 1st, but those people find me annoying. So what do you got going on?
Well, I mean, we just have been through Thanksgiving, and I hope that everybody had a wonderful holiday with their family. Obviously, we're getting ready for some snow. Please be careful driving. Let the plow drivers get the job done. They have a very hard job. I know our crew goes out very early in the morning to prepare the roads and then spend the rest of the day plowing. But hopefully everything will be resolved for Thursday when we have the tree lighting ceremony at the Luzerne County Courthouse.
I am still quite excited about that. It's I've been there the past two. I know I've been there last year, but was I there the year before? I can't recall. Okay, if you think so, then I know so. Okay. And of course, I cannot help but always think about a visit from Jolly St. Nick himself.
That's right. He's going to make an appearance along with the chorus from MMI and from the Hazleton Area School District, and we'll have other musical performances. But the big guest is going to be the guy who wears the red suit, Santa himself.
Oh, great! This is it's going to be such a great. So the 4th. That's what day of the week is that?
It's Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. Okay. I may have to skip out on wing night, but it'll be worth it. I mean, I can't resist this.
No, it's great. It's a great evening. We'll have some refreshments and I hope bring your family out. It's a beautiful, beautiful tree from Helen and Ed's tree farm here in Dorrance. And I want to thank the staff who helped bring it in and decorate it. And the courthouse is beautiful, and it's even more beautiful during this holiday season.
Now, aside from the holiday spirit being nothing but great and festive in the air, is there anything of mandatory importance to speak about, or is everyone there just to have a fun time?
Everybody is there to have a good time, and I promise not to talk too much. So it's this Thursday.
Okay. And yeah, people need a break from all the serious talk every now and then. So we thank you and the rest of Luzerne County for that, definitely.
It'll be a beautiful evening.
And with that said, before we go, are there any big holiday plans for you that you would like to bring up, or is that all in the confidential list?
No, there's nothing confidential about anything I do. The budget, hopefully council will vote on the budget on December 9th. And on the 10th, I do my year-end report for the county. That will be at the county courthouse. And then the 11th, I'm going to be out a little bit. I'm getting a total knee replacement. So hopefully I'll be able to resurrect my ballet career. That's a joke. But I'll be working remotely, and hopefully we'll have someone who's very knowledgeable substitute for me going forward.
I hope so, and good luck with that. That sounds like a lot to deal with.
Yeah, well, the time has come.
Well, anyway, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this Romilda's Crocomus County Report, and happy holidays to you all.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow it's going to be snowy.
The beginning of Pottsville's history can, in many ways, be traced to hunter Necco Allen. The story goes that on one night in 1790, Allen came to stop for the night at the base of Sharp Mountain in the northern edge of what was then Berks County. Allen fell asleep, and when he awoke, he was amazed to find his campfire burning wildly. It had ignited a seam of anthracite coal that was above the ground. Word quickly spread about the find, and by 1795, an anthracite-powered forge had been set up by the area by the Schuylkill River. In 1806, the forge was taken over by John Pott. Pott, not related to John Potts, who founded Pottstown in Montgomery County, spearheaded efforts to lay out a town in the area, which became part of the new Schuylkill County in 1811. Surveyor Henry Donnell laid out the town in 1816. It would be incorporated and named in Pott's honor 3 years later. What would arguably be Pottsville's best-known business opened in 1829. 1 year earlier, David Gottlieb Yingling had immigrated to the area from Stuttgart, Germany. Yingling promptly opened what he called the Eagle Brewery on Center Street in Pottsville. After a fire in 1831, the brewery was moved to a new facility at its current location on Montongo Street. Once David's son Frederick joined the family business in 1873, the brewery's name was changed to D.G. Yingling & Son. 5 generations of the Yingling family, David, Frederick, Frank, Dick Sr., and Dick Jr., have carried it on through good times and bad, building Yingling into what is now the largest entirely American-owned brewery in the country. Yingling survived Prohibition by producing near beers and creating a brand of ice cream. Once Prohibition was repealed, then company president Frank Yingling sent a truck of its winter beer to the White House to thank Franklin Roosevelt. Yingling's flagship beer, its traditional lager, was introduced in 1987, based off an old recipe not used in decades. Its porter and Lord Chesterfield ale remain other popular Yingling brands today. Yingling's ice cream was discontinued in 1985, but was revived in recent years. Meanwhile, coal production would take off in the decades to come. The Philadelphia and Reading Coal and Iron Company, which was spun off from the railroad company of the same name, would buy up large tracts of land around the Pottsville area. It would be one of Pennsylvania's largest coal companies for decades to come. With this growth came a movement to transfer Schuylkill County's seat from Orwigsburg to Pottsville, which was more centrally located in the county and had better transportation connections at the time. After some years of discussion, Pottsville did become Schuylkill County's seat in 1851. By the mid-1850s, anthracite coal production was booming in Pottsville and all of Schuylkill County. One of the biggest advocates for increased coal mining had been prominent Kentucky Senator Henry Clay. Clay, who had run unsuccessfully for president 3 times in his career, advocated strong tariffs on foreign iron to make American iron, which was smelted with the assistance of coal, more valuable. In gratitude for Clay's champions of the industry, a movement began, originally thought up by mine owner Samuel Silliman and pushed by local newspaper magnate Benjamin Bannon, to place a statue of Clay in Pottsville. On June 23, 1855, 3 years after Clay's passing, a 15-foot statue of the former senator was dedicated in the community. Although Clay's reputation is more mixed in the present given his status as a slaveholder, his statue still stands over Pottsville today. In 1861, the Civil War broke out. Pottsville natives would play important roles in the beginning, middle, and end of the conflict. At the beginning, there was Nicholas Biddle, a free African-American who joined the local militia, the Washington Artillerists, to defend Washington from Southern attack in the early days of the war. While passing through strongly pro-Southern Baltimore, the militia had to make their way through angry mobs, many of which were not happy to see an African-American serving with federal troops. During a skirmish that broke out between both sides, Biddle was hit in the face by a thrown brick, seriously injuring him. He is often considered the first casualty of the war. In 1862, James Noggle would find his way into the war's annals. Originally born in Reading, his family had come to Pottsville when he was 13, where he had apprenticed as a paper hanger and painter. Having seen earlier service in the Mexican War, he was, upon the outbreak of the Civil War, named Colonel of the 6th Pennsylvania Infantry. In April 1862, he would be given command of the 1st Brigade of the 9th Corps. His unit would have its moment of glory at Antietam, where it would play a major role in repelling the Confederate attack at Burnside Bridge later in the battle. Ill health forced Noggle's resignation after Antietam, although he would re-enlist after the Army of Northern Virginia invaded Pennsylvania in June 1863. Following Gettysburg, he mustered out again, then re-enlisted once more for 100 days in 1864, a tenure spent mostly guarding Baltimore. James Noggle died soon after the war in 1866. Later in 1864, as the siege of Petersburg by Union troops dragged on, Pottsville's Colonel Henry Pleasants of the 48th Pennsylvania approached his superiors with a grand plan. The experienced coal miners under his command would dig a tunnel underneath Confederate lines, fill it with explosives, and detonate it, theoretically blowing a major hole in the southern position. Although Union commanders had little interest in the plan, which they saw as mostly a brief diversion during the siege, they approved it. Working with minimal materials, Pleasants and his men dug a T-shaped mine over 500 feet long under the Confederate lines, changing its direction in several locations to evade Southern efforts to dig it in from above. The mine was then loaded with 8,000 pounds of gunpowder. On July 30th, 1864, the fuse was lit. Although as it was a poor quality fuse, it burned out at a splice point before reaching the gunpowder. Pleasant's troops relit the fuse, and at 4:44 a.m., the gunpowder exploded, blowing a massive crater 170 feet long and 30 feet deep in the Confederate position. Unfortunately, the subsequent Union attack was mismanaged, with Northern troops repeatedly stumbling down into the crater where the recovered Southerners easily picked them off. This mismanagement had been made worse when the ambivalent Union commanders had, in a political move, switched the duty of leading the attack from a fresh African-American unit to a battle-tired Caucasian unit, the commander of which was found drunk behind his own lines during the attack. The North lost 3 times as many men in the attack as did the Southern defenders, and numerous Union commanders would be relieved of their duty following the debacle. The Battle of the Crater, as it became known, ultimately failed, and the siege of Petersburg would drag on into 1865. Henry Pleasants himself, though, ended the war with honor, having commanded the 2nd Brigade of the 9th Corps for a time. After the war, he returned to Pottsville and worked as a mine engineer until his death in 1880. Finally, after the war itself had ended, one more Pottsville native, John Weaver, stepped onto history's stage. A member of the original 1st Defenders that had been among the first units to volunteer for war service, he was attending the performance of Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater when John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham Lincoln. Weaver was one of 6 men who carried the mortally wounded Lincoln out of the theater and across the street to the Peterson House, where he would die the following morning. For this reason, Weaver is sometimes listed to as Lincoln's last volunteer.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow it's going to be snowy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.